Welcome to the Lauren Blackwell channel. Doja Cat's father is finally speaking out regarding Doja Cat and Doja Cat's mother and what his relationship is truly like between the three of them. He did not seem very happy with Doja Cat's recent behavior, and he talked about that as well. He also talked about the state that the relationship between himself and Doja Cat's other siblings, older siblings, were like when he was with Doja Cat's mother.
Today, it's a day for me because I know everyone has been saying, but Dumsan is quiet, he's not saying anything. Today I want to tell you the fact. I've worked so hard to make my name, which is my reputation. I've worked so hard to fight for this country with Sarafina. I'm talking about a white woman, Jewish woman. Today, I want to tell the world that I'm not going to be used by a white woman with 3 kids, that I was feeding those kids with the money of Sarafina. And my name and my reputation as a good man. I love my kids. I took care of her kids, Deborah. 3 kids, white kids. They hated me. And on top of that, I spoke to Deborah that I would love you to come home. And she came home. She met my family. But no one ever talked about that. And today, just because I gave birth to a superstar with money, and then I happened to meet Doja Cat, so-called Doja Cat, but I named her Zandile. And then I've been sad, but no one knows what happened. But today, without a media briefing, guys, let me tell you, you can't be in a foreign country and find a woman, a white woman with 3 kids, and then you make 2 kids with her, and then she becomes so lucky that she gives birth to the superstar, and then she give information to the superstar that your father is not a good man. Brainwash my baby that I left her. I never left my kid, and everyone saw it. She played the cards because of influence of her mother. She came to South Africa. She just got power to see me, and she faked it. So what I want to say is to say to you guys, I am sorry if I've touched anyone's nerve. I'm a man of integrity, respect, and love.
Doja Cat also gave a sort of response, not a response, but like an explanation of what she did recently, and it left me scratching my head. Okay, so basically, Doja Cat's father said that his relationship with Doja Cat's mother was good at some point, and he started a relationship with her when she had 3 children from a previous relationship. And when he started their relationship, they were in a very good place, and he used to take care of Doja Cat's older siblings, the 3 that came into the relationship. He used to take care of them, but despite everything that he did, they still hated him. And so eventually he had 2 children with Doja Cat's mother, and that includes Doja Cat. And then the relationship ended. But after it ended, at some point, he did invite Doja Cat's mother to visit him in South Africa, which she did. And so they did have some sort of a relationship. So basically, he was trying to say that he was not a deadbeat like people are saying that he is, and that the reason why he's speaking out is because a lot of people are wondering why he's quiet about it, and that he would have addressed it by now if it wasn't true. And so he decided to address it, and he was apologizing for any impression that he may have given his supporters and etc. He came across as a very respectable person. Now, obviously, you cannot go by your first impression of a person to judge what kind of a person that they are, but he did come across as a very respectable person, and it seemed like the things that he was saying were kind of backed up by what Doja Cat said later on. Oh, and he also said that he was invited by Doja Cat to attend one of Doja Cat's concerts, and Doja Cat sent him a link, but it seemed like it may have been some kind of spam that he received, and he was unable to make it to the concert. So it did seem like he was making an effort, and it does not seem like he is like this super money hungry person who's trying to get close to his daughter because his daughter is successful now, because of the way he communicated with Doja Cat when Doja Cat invited him. He was at work at the time. He was working. He works in the entertainment industry as well, and he's an actor as well. And so he was in the middle of work, and he did not drop everything to run over to Doja Cat when Doja Cat arrived, which I think it's something a person would do if they were all about the money, okay? But he had his thing going, and he said he will get to it as soon as he's able to, and he did check the invitation that Doja Cat sent. Unfortunately, the invitation was not real, so he could not attend. So it was not his fault that he could not attend. It was that he received a fake invitation basically from Doja Cat to attend his concert. This is not to say that Doja Cat should have put in more effort and it's her fault or all of that, because a lot happened prior to all of this. You know, when Doja Cat was younger, perhaps he could have tried a little bit harder. You know, like there's so many things that can be said. So we cannot say that Doja Cat should have, you know, put in more effort to get him to visit her at her concert so that they can have a good relationship. Like, it's not that simple. But on the other hand, if Doja Cat truly wanted him to visit her at her concert, then perhaps she should not have been playing games. And we know that she was playing games because she said it herself. So after Doja Cat's father posted this video, Doja Cat explained what happened with the invitation and why her father could not use the invitation that she sent. And she said that the invitation was not real. She said after she invited her father to come visit her at the concert, her father told her to send him the link of, you know, how he can get there basically. And Doja Cat sent an explicit sexual video, a gay one, to her father.
On a lighter note, I was messaging my father because he's here in Africa, and he said that he couldn't make it to my show because I don't message him enough, and I didn't call him on WhatsApp. So I sent him gay porn, and they said if you go to this link you can get a ticket. It's super duper easy. And he said, oh yes, I will send this to my management. My management will handle all of this. At the moment I'm just very busy doing costume and rehearsal, so at the moment I cannot do this myself. So fair, right? And so then he's at work, right? And he's working, and so he just keeps on messaging me, and he says, and I can't do this at the moment, and then keeps messaging that to me. And then I sent him the website again. He said, "What is the website?" Because we were messaging each other, but he didn't see the link the first time, and so I sent it again, and he said, "Darling, what is this? What I'm seeing is gay porn." It's like a porno on my screen, and I don't know if it's a scam, because I feel like I'm scamming here. So please, sweetheart, I don't know what to do with this. I can't get the ticket.
I mean, look, people have different relationships with their parents, so it's not for me to say what's weird and what's not. But of all the silly mind games and fake links to send, why would Doja Cat send that? When I heard it, I was taken aback, because who sends that kind of a video, especially to their dad? Especially when Doja Cat and her father do not have that kind of a playful relationship where they send silly things to themselves. They have a relationship that's trying to be repaired. They're not that close. So why would she send that? That is so weird. I know that Doja Cat has a weird sense of humor. She has a quirky sense of humor, but I don't know about this. This is very strange, especially to someone you're not that close to. Why would she send that? I mean, there's so many other things she could have sent. She literally could have sent any other type of video, but not that, but hey, I don't know, to each their own. But yeah, so Doja Cat said that was the link that she sent to her father, and she was all giggling. She sent it as a prank. Her father did not know this, okay? To her father, he was getting a link containing information on how he can see his daughter at her concert. So while she is busy pranking him, he sent the information to his people, his team, so that they can, because he was busy, he was at work, so that they can, gather the information and give it to him. But he later on found out that it was not the real link. And so he contacted her and was telling her, well, I think they communicate by text. I don't think they speak via phone, at least regarding this. So he let her know that it was not a real link, that it appeared to have been some kind of a scam link. And she was all laughing, and it was all funny to her. And here he was trying to make real efforts to take time out of his work to visit her at her concert, and she's playing games like this. So it's like, yes, we cannot absolve him of the fact that he did not try harder to have a closer relationship with his daughter. I mean, there's so many things he could have done. There's technology. He could have sent, I don't know, a relative. He's an actor. He's doing okay. He could have, I don't know, does he have a relative here that could at least check on Doja and report to him? Could he have been there for her birthdays? There's certain things he could have done. So it's not that he can fix all of that now that Doja Cat is an adult by simply visiting her at a concert when she happens to be in South Africa. But if he is making genuine effort, and they're both adults now, okay, there are no kids here, I think she should also make genuine effort, okay? Like, I don't know. I just feel like the games should have been over by now, especially since she has expressed how upset she was over the situation once before. You would think that she would be at a stage where she wants to repair her relationship with her father, especially if he is making genuine effort. But it doesn't seem like she's there. I think she might still be too upset about it to even put in any genuine effort. And so her father is like, oh, her mother has brainwashed her into not liking him, etc., etc. We've all heard men say that their exes always turn their kids against them, but sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes the child gets to see what their father is like and decide for themselves that that is not a nice man, that is not someone I want to be around. People act as if children don't know what is good and what is bad in some instances. There's a lot of little kids that know when someone is not treating them well and when they no longer want to be around that person. So it's not always the mother's fault that the child no longer respects or wants to be with their father. Doja Cat's father was very upset when he said that Doja Cat's mother had 3 kids from a previous relationship that did not like him. And he said he was feeding those kids, he was working and taking care of them, and they did not like him. And it makes you wonder. It's like, I'm sure the children did not like him right from the beginning. I don't think it was sudden that they stopped liking him. So if they never liked him, why did their mother and Doja Cat's father carry on with the relationship to the extent of having 2 children? Why did they not think that that was important? It was important for the children to have a good relationship with Doja Cat's father long before Doja Cat was even born and her other sibling was born. So it's things like this that people don't think about. They think that things will just work itself out just because they marry someone or are in a long-term relationship with someone, and everything else, all the other issues, will just sort of dissolve and just be fixed. But those issues will remain. As a matter of fact, the relationship will compound those issues and make them worse, because now they are a real family and they're going to be seeing each other all the time, and one person's problem becomes everybody's problem, so it gets magnified. Every issue becomes magnified. But they didn't think about this. They went ahead and created a family because, everyone's so gung-ho about getting together and just starting a family without thinking about all of the other factors surrounding having a family. And then this is the end result. Now he has Doja Cat. Doja Cat at her older age is still playing these mind games with her father because that's how little she respects him. For your daughter to send you that kind of a clip in as a joke that you're not in on, and you don't even have that close of a relationship with her, and she still sends you that kind of a link, it shows a lot of disrespect to me. I think it's disrespectful, and it shows a lack of respect that Doja Cat has for her father. And another question that's been bugging me is, if Doja Cat's mother was a black woman who had 3 children from previous relationships, especially if the children were unambiguous black kids, would he have been that willing and happy to spend his resources raising them as he was with Doja Cat's mother? I highly doubt that he would have been. We don't know for sure because that was not the situation here, but I highly doubt it. So sometimes you just have to let people reap the karma that they have sown. I'm not sure how that's gonna end. So yeah, this is where the relationship is currently. Her father seems to truly want to mend things though, but I don't know how they're gonna do that. He's gonna have to do a lot more work because you know, when you leave someone for many years, you don't just get to come back that easily. So yep, that's all I have on Doja Cat and her father. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.